and entertain, they are the ones now infringing the law. See, copyright for the press statement from the Copyright Office. And it's interesting. Television stations cautioned against unauthorized use of copyrighted contents. Basically, a long statement. Let me introduce my 3 panel members and I read this statement and then we go straight into it. Or let me even read the statement first. It's long, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. For immediate release, press statement from the Copyright Monitoring Team, CMT, Copyright Office Accra, dated 11th June 2025. The Copyright Monitoring Team, CMT, of the Copyright Office of Ghana wishes to issue a strong warning to all television stations across the country regarding the unauthorized use, broadcasting or distribution of copyrighted content for which they do not have the legal rights. It has come to the attention of the Copyright Monitoring Team that some television stations are engaging in the illegal practice of downloading films, series, documentaries, sports broadcasts, and other creative works from streaming platforms and subsequently airing them on their networks without proper authorization or licensing from the right holders. We wish to remind all stakeholders in the broadcasting sector that this practice constitutes copyright infringement and is a criminal offense under the Copyright Act 2005, Act 690 as amended. The law clearly prohibits the unauthorized use of protected works, and any individual or entity found in violation is liable to face severe legal consequences, including fines, imprisonment, or both. The Copyright Monitoring Team emphasizes that copyright is a legal right that protects the creative works of authors, producers, and rights holders. The unauthorized reproduction or public performance of such works undermines the creative industry, deprives creators of their rightful earnings, and contravenes Ghana's national and international obligations. All television stations are therefore advised to 1. Cease and desist from broadcasting any content they do not have express rights or license to use. 2. Obtain proper authorization from the appropriate rights holders or licensing agencies before airing any third-party content. 3. Maintain clear records of their content acquisition and licensing agreement for inspection when required. The Copyright Monitoring Team, in collaboration with law enforcement agencies, will not hesitate to take legal action against any station found culpable. Surveillance and enforcement activities have been intensified nationwide to clamp down on such infringements. We call on all broadcasters to uphold the principle of intellectual property rights and support the growth of Ghana's creative economy by respecting the law. Signed, William A. Bonsu, Chairman, Copyright Monitoring Team, CMT Copyright Office Headquarters, and then of course they have a long list. In the Copyright Monitoring Team for press statement we know, and our Copyright Office ankasa throw letter at the 2 press statements no so no release here. Why should we come to this? I mean, have we become so disrespectful to the laws of this country? Said this is what it has come to now. Invigilators, yeah, idea enya obi so na akwacho obi ponoi. After the TV stations on so many say idea we your big content on ma wo ho right. Wako social media, wako download. It is called stealing. Thievery. Yes, because enya would your big copyrighted content. Or ma to me to say, cause you me content. We. Me, there's an actress called Selassie Ibrahim. But say me bought TV station Chronoding. Was you TV station? So I'm waiting senior or more to me. It is an Accra-based TV station, and yeah, you TV boom. For the records, I won't you to know because I have friends who work there. Why should they come to this? Now saying it was some Nigerian actress B, whatever the name is, Bimbo or Bimbola, Bimbo. It can't be Bimbo. How can be Bimbo? One B Tobo. Bimbo. I mean, screaming that Ghanaians are using her content without authorization. Pure international disgrace. And also, I think Nampenyu for the year policies where she said, "Man, that na moonim." I mean, why should they come to that? What is wrong with us as a people? If you do not have the right to this content, mean ye. I remember when I was at the delegate, and after that, Dix no more to Quano Mexico, talk content. No, Mumbabe, no be the oyini free. I mean, my name TV station, be honest with me, person, I'm boniding. Star station, C ne starting. R wom, wine so wom. L wom, S wom, A wom, T wom, L so wom. Omuji movies 24 hours. And you ask yourself, when you're sure say movies are mweji 24/7. But you know, that is it. Obi akoshe ye. But because Obi ye movie 24/7 all the attractive, what do you call it, viewers, and the the others will be tempted to do same because they're competition. Can I be daring and bold and say on live radio that, dear William A. Bonso, Principal State Attorney, we are tired of your press statement and talk. We want to see action. If you are a man and you know your job and you know what to do, statements no yabre. Everyday statements. Munjayo. I mean, is it that you are afraid to arrest and prosecute? Or you yourself, because you see, warnings doesn't really deter people. There is a reason in penny. I mean, when I was a pupil teacher, you trust subjects be your friend of religious and moral education, the class 5 textbook, and it states the importance of punishment. And one of the importance of punishment we taught the class 5 was deterrent, to deter others from doing same. How many have you punished? What is the statistics? How many stations are involved? Who have you written to? Who have you sent to court? Talk. King. I know what to me, Joe. The law is backing. What are you doing? Dear Mr. Efrano sending for William A. Bonso. Me bo, wo car. Ana watadie, ana wo phone. And now baby no be about the Gianna would use your press statement and say, Matisse and saying, a bimu me car name me phone name a tadia of ye into moon jail. Nambrano see man me car name a tadia. You know the stations, you've seen it, you have the evidence. And all what you do every year, then you issue warning. Every year, then you issue warning. Every year, then you issue warning. Ya tiabre, one no we towo. Ona ke kon look and na tomus me no ya tiafi. E na towo. What no put towo dan. King. Arrest somebody. So you know your work at the Copyright Office. So you have balls, iron balls within your legs. Let us see the law to be working. No state. I asked you again, dear Mr. William A. Bonsu, if you were a carpenter, no, carpenter, almost say carpenter. If you were a wood engineer, okay, and you have your showroom, and somebody comes to steal your works and goes to use for free your bed, your furniture, your this, would you be issuing press statements? Oh, who say people have started stealing our furniture works? In Timbrano, see, don't steal. And if you don't stop stealing, we shall, we would, we may. Cheap talk.
She phenomenal, she motivates, she elevates, she phenomenal, she motivates, she elevates, she
You see, Mpanyufo see pattern career does until yen kremoni papa. When others are committing a crime, instead of naming, shaming, singling out, arresting, prosecuting to deter, you bunch everybody together. So we don't know which stations are doing the right things, which stations are guilty. That is what your statement is doing. Some stations, it is on the rise. Could you have named and shamed and pinpoint? But would you have fra obia statements where I can almost every year they should start next year, so where you should be. Give us the statistics. So who did you arrest? And what did the court say? Now you fat battle uncle court to phone was said, do you know what the law says? But now I issue this feeble-worded, weak, euphemized, romantic letter. Don't pat them on the wrists. Flog them, put a noose on their necks, chase them, arrest them, prosecute them, fine them, jail them, or do both. But not this.
Yeah, you know who I be. Yeah. This is links. It be we with it run everything. Say I be arrow, but they can't contest the arrow. Yeah. Say I be arrow, but they can't contest the arrow. Yeah. Say I be arrow, but they can't contest the arrow. Yeah. Say I be arrow, but they can't contest the arrow. Today, everybody calling on my name, The hope save me, I go stay. Hey, baby, you done beat me too much. It's my make I see your pretty good, I'm loving you.
If you've not invested in, the art sector, you wouldn't understand my pain. Whilst AI is taking half of their earnings away, kakra kanonsu mua ya de 2 million ashe mo say mo protect your work no de mu na ne say mo ma warning. Stop being lapdogs, okay? Pampering and licking people's feet. Become real guard and watchdogs, making sure criminals do not commit their crime, raising the alarm, ensuring their arrests. This is your, bedroom type of lapdogs idea. It's for romantic, travel.
Debbie, on your first chain, Halle Berry. One hit team, one my crew, my celebrity. Look to me, mama street, just a Teletubbies. Very funny.
Okay, so now let's do this. I have 3 senior men in the studio. The first one is Nene Benete Akwa Kunipa Papa. Masha na sin Phoebe Bria Juma de wanasi na yenka na crane radio new nyam Nene Benete Akwa Nasi Juma de Papa. Oyembema ku opinion wana sorry. Wet Soul Evangelical Ministry, headed by the senior prophet Adebo Adefarakan. They are in Shukura. Nene, a veteran journalist, but see Adie, or a consultant on Ghanaian culture. And then Nene Moakwaba.
Josu Halifax.
Mpacho Boko die.
Bibia Boko.
Boko.
Oh, Bibia Boko. Let me just say, if you have, if you say a prayer, just say one for the world, not for yourself alone.
For the world.
For the world and for Ghana.
What is the basis for this?
Also internationally, Israel, Iran, the Gulf, Fitienra, and now Himachiwi up to now. We need prayers seriously because Nyama attacker making kind say cause Himachi. Any the repercussions and things that are likely to take place if there is no divine intervention. And say yeah, a be affected. As at now, JP Morgan is saying say oil prices can reach 130. Currently 64. Say I'm sure yeah, a bet me drew 130 because Saudi Arabia is getting involved. Qatar is getting angry, Oman is getting angry, and the rest of them. How soon are oil free?
Did you say old man is getting angry?
Oman, not old man. Let the old man rest.
Me, I hear old man is getting angry.
Oman.
Okay.
Even about an hour ago, like to say, Asian economy, Asian market, no, so almost stocks in a tumble is here. It has tumbled. Asian Pacific countries, almost stocks at tumble just because of what started happening some 12 hours ago.
I agree with you. In my intro, I said 10 invigilators arrested. Mm-hmm. Today is the second Today the figure has gone up to 16. Anyway, invigilators arrested so far 16. I'll get the details before we go. And then the man himself, so crazy for veteran movie producer, General, as they call him, aka Halifax's killer. Empacho ene ufa circle bridge na CBU.
Ai Halifax me fa.
Still traffic wo.
Charlie.
Kafra.
Charlie. Ali.
Yeah.
See ye hu bibi say ubenya ho a nka wo frɛ MTT di mpanifo ni bi. Ni ebisa wo mo. Ni ntira wo ma oman ya bokase na omo ye hwɛ han na sika na ye invest into building that overpass to ease traffic ni nyina eco waste. Ali. And yet it's insulting. Anyway. Mama my ikakra.
Mama wa ere.
No pay mama
Yes, Nana Ube, was it?
Just to add to what he said, you know, to me, you know, it's not like the authorities are not working. In fact, some of them have started working. Just Yankasana Yasun Edin. I'm saying so because I'm not condemning what you said, though. Okay. I'm only saying, for instance, what I saw just today
was an eyesore.
Yeah, okay, what I saw was an eyesore. Senya, from Dansoman through Russia Road, you see them, the task forces, you know, they were clamping down on people parking by the side of the roads, arresting them, taking their cars away in their dozens, several dozens. And just around that same time, Miss Small Boy said, "On Friday, come Obi or Medina." Ubana fire, you know, for some reason I don't know. Also, I drew bus stop a bit war just before Jubilee House. I think the car just stopped there. And a task force, another task force. Right now, they drove all of them to a certain police station behind the central mosque. Mosque, police station. And then the driver had to pay 185 cedis before.
Was he issued a receipt?
I don't even know. Anyway. But I'm saying.
So your point is that
some people are working.
The agencies are trying to work, but the human beings are stubborn.
They are trying to.
But you see, me and council, what when about those clamping? No. Some time ago, many Halifax or Freme, Nime drew condition cemetery horse. I would do me. Ni Halifax drew a Royal House Chapel, and Nimho. There is a parking space and I see, oh, baby, I doing the enemy train. So he moved from the road to the parking space. Me drew honor on my clamp Halifax car.
Within 5 seconds.
Yes. And why is parking and not anymore? And these guys were just standing there expecting him to pay 300.
True. What you are saying is true. When you parking, baby, you know, a parking, a police quarters be a one. In almost a bus stop.
You mean they are stopping?
Yes, they are bus stop. Honey, chino. And trotro go home be bria or mupayo.
Anyway,
but young but those guys young go for go home bria ni boat for yachi.
And you know the funny parts when they were charging him 300 and then he gave them 500 or catch up some for balance now. And the guys took the money. Missy no, Miss Magic.
So what they say.
Anyway,
and then the man himself, doctor, counselor, Cassiston, Cyril, George, Lutrots, Manfa Reverend number.
Okay, that's it.
Therefore, counselor, more cover.
Major so Halifax Ansah-Addo.
That's my name.
But you be a boko there.
Oh, nyame dia cheyo, bro. Once you have life, that is the most important thing.
Yeah. And me sorry. Now, only radio so a different thing. But once I hear say oh kasa, it's good. Because Hali.
Yes.
Oh, a bang a man san kum. Now won't kwa wade. No cray back up. If you now the ayana say Ubia one homeworking. Now dear back one many aji. Sincerely.
Yes.
Send necessary no. I'ma call you off, almost strike, you know.
Okay.
I think it makes a lot of sense. But Hali me kind of crash there a buying be or ever say. And yeah, in this year buying pay. but Ghana nyinaa ana ɔman ni nyinaa no yɛnto yɛn ho si oyi na yɛnhwɛ kwan a yɛbɛfa so ama retired nurses, retired teachers, retired doctors no yɛnhwɛ nkurɔfoɔ a wɔkɔ retirement ni yie what does it retired journalists sa retire for retired men of God sɛnɛ bɛyɛ a they will become a backup for situations like this. I won't say I am against the strike action. I won't say the government is right, the nurses are wrong, the nurses are wrong, the government is right. But there should be a way out because lives lost can never be gained back. But say, ye de ometne ye panka. Bibi say siya ebe ye. Ye do ma si so mo back. Wa o yale ye tam mo ko bi abrani ensan yale. Wo so afi na be yale ntunya boto yem se mo ba. Ba ye hwe ni ye. No man yo no e kakra na ye de ko. Ali me da say. When we open remarks. Mejatwa.
I have a question on your open remarks.
Bacho.
Say retired nurses yatiasie.
Bacho.
Retired one yatiasie. Bacho. They need be see be retired pastors. Says in meeting na retired men of God no. Says say now do you even retire say man?
Oh yeah.
Okay, into them for example then they be to me see we have to call the veteran men of God. Say our software was strike and say them. No wondering. Retired men of God na.
So retired men of God na make was only a senior men of God. There are some programs we about we need the seniors to sit down because seniors you see the penyin gina wa otiwa ohun na college gina wa ohun. Enti retired na ye kano omu kita different unction and different power.
And I even believe sir. Anyway, yeah, I'm not.
And they have a lot of experiences. Nyama me say nyama men hunu nkwala na eba no mu da.
I was coming there that self vacuum no.
Yeah.
We can't feel it.
Yes.
Self vacuum no.
Which are the vacuum there?
Oh, the men of God who are either gone to call to glory or stopped active ministry, you know.
Yes.
We can't step in those shoes they left.
Yes.
The current ones are okay, fine and fair.
But we can't compare them to those who left. No.
Till days we
Obaju, war clock. Yeah, brother Lawson Solomon to you. Odumojen. Odu, yeah, call it
Brother Lawson. Yeah, yes, bad.
Why? Yeah, yes, Ubami get Abaju war clock.
No, not bad.
Bad, get wale.
Exactly.
You know, like I get cladu ku bomb ma cham Abaju war clock. Padi ye war clock ke kashbi wa na le lebi.
Divine
healers. Yeah, call it no.
Okay, baba.
Okay, so there are shoes we can't step in.
And it's not only in Ghana. I mean,
look at TB Joshua.
Or
nobody's stepping in.
Or an Idahusa.
Look, Idahusa will forever be mentioned.
Or a Catherine Coleman. or a Benny Hinn.
No.
You get what I mean?
No. I mean, when they are called to glory is painful. Many retired men, I'm saying this on record. Like I've met a lot of retired people from the churches that retire people, Ali, and they are not taking good care of them.
Oh. You are even talking about church. I've even seen pensioners who their small savings they put in bonds that they will use for diabetes and their Kotoji medicine. Who
collected it?
Well, they say he has Patrick cancer. Anyway, that was the voice of Councillor Lutrot.
If I be a straight load,
Friday.
No.
Yeah, Polo.
Okay, man, me give first. You might tell a naked bear. Bear naked on Fridays. Fairly used.
That's right. I'll drive you home today.
Thank you.
No. I mean, see me, baby, and I will care about treating our retirees well. And then I asked for clarity about the clergy retirees.
Yes.
And then you brought it. And I said, I have even seen the retirees who have gone on pension.
Whose money?
Who we didn't treat well anyway.
Oh,
and then the small money they've saved in bonds and stocks and what's not. Yes, I GF in my entire life as a journalist, I started in 1999. That was the only year I saw retirees going on a demonstration.
That's true.
Nobody was below age 60.
That's true.
And they were crying and walking in the hot sun.
It's sad, eh? It's a curse.
Anyway, that's
Coach
a different ball
Egboke
game.
one Ashale no.
Me who be that?
Man, you just okay. What's all one?
And Cografon so called demonstrate and say more music. Anyway, so Chris, for you are a film producer, filmmaker.
Is it former or still?
I believe he's still active.
Oh, okay.
You know, he's a retiree consultant.
That's what Max said. If it's still.
Yeah, but when you're a consultant, he's a retiree consultant.
Also, now he's a consultant in the movie making industry.
Excellent. Now, if you know the foreigners who are coming to meet him now, have you heard Safo complaining again?
Oh yeah. I go.
Tell them I said so. That he's now become a consultant.
Wow.
Do you know foreigners have come to write 6 different books on Sokre Safo?
Yes, that we
Safo
know.
is 6 or 7?
7.
7.
Yeah, we know that. He
The
kept
same
saying it.
Safo
But we
here.
don't have copies of those books.
So now they've
I'll
come,
bring
they
you one.
pay, then he gives consultation.
Wow. And this one, did he make anything out of it or say it's okay? I feel like Bonnie, if you're a Subano,
Oh, Eda, be an Eda.
she no me that kona.
Oh, no, me. You're not a year for madam. She be an
Yeah, ne homo yele.
then Kakona kind.
Mimbi,
A chondo coming down.
e wenna.
No, be an anything but Billy Behale.
Elu.
Hallelujah, Paul Wemming. Because Colonel pay.
Adele.
Ele.
Adele.
Namo cho.
Adele.
General,
Namo cho. Bina nupa ke bu yo check beke.
General, how many years have you been in this movie industry?
Since 88.
1988. As if for me, maths. The
You
only
mean 1988?
the only
Before 88.
the only mathematics I like is
He
counting
released
money.
his first movie in 88.
Yeah.
Before then, he was into acting and writing. But his first movie, Anambwa,
That is 37 years ago.
yes,
You've been in the movie industry for 37 years.
Yes.
Between
I started
then-
operating video in 1983.
huh.
Oh, I feel a young coach. So
So
37
plus 5.
That's 42.
Right? Good.
Have you won some awards in
Oh, Safo Yanko your name.
you pa? You that you don't like?
Can you remember the number of times either copyright office or because the name keeps changing from time to time? They've issued warnings. Say, oh, people copyright works, no. Piracy will never stop.
Yeah.
But official, you see, pirates hide. But with the licensed TV stations showing on free-to-air channels, sometimes even grab a friend is saying pay to view. How many times have you not seen such statements? Can you remember the number of times you've seen such statements?
Like I say, I lose count of the number of times issues we have. But talking of TV stations, how piracy works, even my own film, Playboy, was pirated by a TV station. And when I challenged them or I called their attention to it, no one can tell me in any media.
Na a wine there.
Almost until say minimum o two omofo. Ansa na omo frame me kode na yakwakotena copyright office na yaka. TV3. Yeah. Yeah.
Still months of way.
Oh, yeah, so we.
In case of man, still months of.
Yeah, but the settlement, as
Okay.
part of the terms and
There is a
agreement,
non-disclosure.
Non-disclosure, Pacho.
Yanko your name. General,
Yeah.
what is the problem? Why is this thing continuing? Can it stop? Will it stop? What is happening?
Ali,
Yay.
me a member of the copyright monitoring team.
Oh, so you work under
William. Yeah. Osha copyright mrana. There is a monitoring team. I'm running to say yen set it up. Now monitoring team, any say Juma say call round, organize arrest near mano. The challenge I mean say the leadership of the copyright office near a problem. Yeah. Ali?
Yeah.
Penny bia ana ohini bia ewo ne temperament ne style obi timi ebetena so ana otimi fa manager bia pe ne temperament ana se ne style no enema bi mfa ne ho Wow, o de senia and we am shishia o de kasa no. O kan bibi. O say o do sika shemu a. Obeti ase. Unni ma ho kan o de be shem. And there be anso na meka say ye industry we no sa ufo bi betena ye so. Na onipa no onka ye ho a onim senia ye
on free mu a.
On free ye mu a. Either so be frustrate ye.
Kasa na ya na wa kan ye.
Ko. Or either so be frustrate ye. And I yen be frustrating no. Hali?
Yeah.
Over the years. And sometimes we fight the administrators of the Copyright Office over arrests. The only successful arrest are yet operations are yet since the CMT 4 more year no. You can't boom you take initiative. And even it happened during Christmas. You jai your Christmas, ye the holidays no. Near Namkrum every day back to back. Ali.
Yeah.
So o share the frustration yenya from the system and ye easy. Where you are pushing, said no, I see A, B, C, D. O share anymore. There is something called the levy. Blank levy. Obia or the machine bia beba na si bibia e beti media record obi works no. Emrane ma ho kwan say drew port ho na. Ye nim say odi ba be record obia work ntin ye giska bi free ho. Ye gi bibi keto bi nti udi blank CD odi ba. Ye be gi bibi kakra bi free ho. Ni aboabo asa ska ni nyina no. Ni e dia ma content creators no. Eye film producers, musicians, any book publishers to compensate them. Samra no 6% of that sikano at the to her say yen farmer the Copyright Office no because juma we no money dia more. Not the Copyright Office no enfam fight piracy outside the regulated one. Ali says sikani could do copyright officer committee na wo yen farm mayen na mo no the administrators no in their own decision no aside the command buying at the Kotu government at the year IGF internally generated fund of the Copyright Office. No masan they come buying. Enti ekwa buying ho by law no 33% aban chi eti wo seske no to okra ni ni aka no na afei ni Copyright Office no atro ni omo pese omo ye. And then they give it back to them. Enti no me no ka say o matro ye koye workshop am students on copyright ye koye workshop bi wo baby ye koye meeting bi wo baby ube hu na hwete sam ne scanasa. Meanwhile the actual work na ese ye ubi sami amiti and say we don't need a workshop to educate any TV station about infringement of obi rights. They know all the TV stations they know. So they don't need workshop. All they need is an arrest. But because over the years, no be a mass or babechio muninti, no more say, oh, police in wada. And that is what you see today. They spend the money on things that are not helping the producers in terms of fighting of piracy.
Let me take you back a bit. Anytime I sit here as host and when you are talking, I put myself in the mind of the
listener
average
outside
layman.
Yeah.
It's like I'm writing a story. I always put myself in the docket. Says a judge beside me, what would I say? In my judgment and land
okay.
Now showing so when I'm done, but say yes, Mpese won treachery blank living bium na won call because so far the argument is asika no basika ben won see fidie bia wo bekra abaye man wo mu a sa fidie no ye to metwe enyom
ana book
sini ana anything na eye copyright work
yes
eguso no sa fidie no wo di ba ken be works na wo de beguso
exactly
pen drives, iPods, CDs, memory gigs, drives, whatever we call them.
Yeah.
You see, because with the bar,
any photocopy machines,
Yes, because with the bar, Kenny can be works
Yeah.
now the bego so no.
Yeah.
Omu charge you lampo kakra wo so.
Yeah.
Na sa lampo no no mu de abrɛ mo.
Yeah.
Na mu fanye dwuma mu kuntia piracy.
No, ye chema the owners of the works are ya popti so ye film producer.
Okay, I now get it.
But say sika no quantum no ye yimu 6%. At the copyright office.
Yen ko nya botre mam. Nti se sia ya hu what and what the tax, the levy is
into
on.
your friend blank levy.
Blank levy.
Yeah.
Because with the empty device be ba. Na sa device no either the bet to me a print you be book and I the bet to me a record you be wine.
Yeah.
Ni nyina okay. And you are saying that sa sika no say ba. Afa dia ho sika kro no.
Yeah.
Na chirichiri mu.
Okay.
Mo adwuma no ye mu die no. Ahi na yenyi mamu na mu nchi among yourselves.
Okay, 3 entities. Music for, book for, and film for. Ye chess as kanimu miensa.
Nti
Ye chess as kanimu miensa. But ansani ye beche miensa no. Ye yi 6% of sesika no. Eto nchen.
Okay.
Good. Na ye de niaka ne.
Form. Inti se 100 CDs bar. Mu yi 6 CDs.
Yes.
Entu nchen.
Yeah.
Ye de ko ye den.
Ye no ye de command copyright office no. Not their fighting piracy.
Okay. Inti afe die aka 94%. Mu de ye den.
Ye chema right holders. 3 organizations.
Music for near Wimo
Gamro.
Asog ye film for no.
Any copy Ghana.
And we a book for
Book for
okay. 94 no mu chenu saying.
Ye chemu pepe.
Okay, Matthias here. So what is the problem? If this is the sharing arrangement,
Okay.
what is the problem?
The problem is 6% na ya theater hall. Si yemfa nye piracy ho adwuma no. Yemfa nko piracy no. Say sika ne ba copyright office no. Omo treaty say sika no say eye IGF. Internally generated fund of the copyright office.
Is that what the regulation says?
No, in 2015, copyright office called Public Accounts Committee. And no, senior omudu omujuma no. Ye bi so omo sika sel ne niema. And omo mention sika bi. Say Oscar ba IGF and ba and omo dey say. And committee no ma report na omo dey ma no. Omo can this money must not be treated as an IGF. It
Because
must
a
be
levy.
yes.
It's for a specific purpose.
Exactly.
Why should they take the Public Accounts Committee? Copy Ghana, ASOG, Gamro, Sekane say embamu like say yemfan kun idea.
That's 6% no.
6%.
Yes.
No. What have you done about it?
And I make her say, Ali, sometimes when you are part of a committee,
Dave, you've not answered my question.
I may when you are part of a committee, send your tea and say, ni bibi koso. Ubeti mi unkwa ube sorry. Akachiro obi say no, I wrong. Halifax say obi feel say oh and yenye what can you do? And if for 10 years maybe you are calling this attention, say no, bibi koso wrong no BMWA, what do you do?
Are you saying that Munyamu 94% no for the 3 groups now?
Yeah.
You don't give a damn what happens to the 6%.
The 6%, the committee have been crying to our mother organizations.
Not the committee.
The copyright monitoring team.
Because the committee is going to work in your interests.
Yes.
The copyright monitoring team is going to work in the interest of ASO, Copy Ghana,
Yes.
Gamro, right?
Yes.
These 3 organizations. You know the committee, that money is not coming to them. And what have you done to chase the money to go to the CMT to work?
Ali, we have complained.
So
What can you do? You can't beat them. You are talking to your, you go to ASOC and you are telling them something.
I didn't say we are in a jungle where it's about beating people. You don't know what the law says. If people are misappropriating funds meant for something specific, Gamro leadership, Copy Ghana leadership, ASOG leadership, is that your official answer?
The only successful piracy a year, a year. Maybe was it
December be Mati? That is not the question.
Tobasi Mpacho. Sa December na yetimi ye no. Sika ye DS operations no was given to us by the 3 organizations themselves.
where is the original 6% that is supposed to come to you?
It was with copyright office, and it has always been.
Do you know where the law courts are? Nene, yanko yenim.
It's interesting. Say, the Safo area point, you know. I'm happy, sir.
Yeah, but
giving us a lot
look at where we've reached. The problem is the money for the CMT to actually work is not there. But that money has been taken from you and I. And that money, instead of coming to the CMT, lies with the mother body. Okay? So the CMT is malnourished. They can't perform. And those they should perform for have all stood akimbo or fold their arms celebrating laziness. And you say, me, I should cry for them.
Well, I think a situation here, so he's a bit helpless in this whole situation. But he knows he has identified the problem.
Good.
And the problem that is identified is already half solved. The next step is, why not go to the source and get your money, either by the law courts or by any means necessary. Release here by organization be pa na release
the copyright monitoring committee.
Thank you.
Which is a subset of the Copyright Office.
You copyright monitoring committee.
That group that should take the 6% to go and work. They issued, and then the Copyright Office added the cover letter and say, Manenko.
I can't wait to see them. They use a certain phrase here. They will clamp down on TV stations. Bravo. I can't wait to see them clamp down if they really can. I don't know because you know read this say see near copyright flouting now for or TV stations. You know, one, it undermines the group. You know, where you copy I'm saying a creative industry. No, it undermines. Secondly, it deprives them of Shika and Kaise or Munya. But the question I'm asking myself is, if they are a copyright monitoring team, idea the emphasis had always been on TV stations. Safun Swatch and say, I don't know, three broad areas. TV is only one. Radio, right? Audio is the second one, and then
printed
material, books. What did they say about why is their focus only on television?
Okay, can I answer?
Oh, okay. If you can want to make an input, fine.
This is the first release. No.
Can the first release capture all three?
Yes.
Why did they not capture all? That is his point. His question.
That is his point. We don't want to bundle everything together. Different.
He means they don't have the muscles to fight 3 fights. So they
we have
one
it.
at a time.
As we speak now, to tell you we be behind the scenes, we have engaged various institutions like police, how do you call them? Cybercrime units, and all those engagements are going on. Now, when it comes to books, so you started our fights and so did our.
Okay.
Yeah, started our fights with the books area. No. Yeah. Yes, yeah, first operation on that one.
Mate. Now you see, Nientia, me if you even where to begin my say. Less than 10 minutes ago, Safrukria, he was so overwhelmed with why the laws are there, the police are not doing anything about drivers who are misbehaving, and the blah blah blah. And who send be and he look when this is not the first time. So it looks like he's so concerned he doesn't know why the laws are there, why the authorities that are to implement the laws, execute the laws are not working, and so on and so forth. And he seems to be in the same position also here regarding his own sector. The laws are there. What is to be done? You know what they needed to do all these years have not been done.
But the
now
laws are there.
They are trying to back, telling us that pretty soon they will buy it. I don't know what else to say. I think the William guy, well, I don't want to take him on as a person, but it appears to me
when fish rots, it starts from the head.
Okay. One of the numerous backing
Pepe,
that has been backing over and over and over again. Let me just land by saying, I can't wait to see the day they will themselves say they will clamp down on TV stations. I can't wait to see that day. Otherwise, I'll consider this as just.
No,
you may have to wait until Kwame Nkrumah returns from Guinea.
Until Kwame Nkrumah returns from Guinea.
No, but
Councillor
this one, I know the.
That's why I don't have time.
I think that the first thing is he have recognized that something.
Said the Odi kind say, "Omo to me who say."
Enyaman koye. Do I issue letter?
What's wrong, Krata?
Krata no the bar no the ma warning or the bokoko. It's answer one bokoko no sorry.
Oh, anyway, you talk your talk. Kokoi, yeah, boy, before I broke my virginity.
Yes.
Oh,
Yagusu Obo. Kawasem, I mean, do me, Mike.
The tia make Kasani say, I da say, be and you so through. But if you are behind the simple new my meeting, so get I mean, so my meeting be harder. But copyright issues, no. I say you take to the next level. Sue. Call people's attention for it to be addressed because Socrates candidate ye who ye pay so no actually say yes so bo ade na amicably na rebo entirely e bia no tin no mo person be ko girigirigiri me who copyright act ni ye say it will teeth to bite na only say there are some laws that have no teeth in bite.
This one has
and he say omo refuse the bite na omo use gentleman approach say there e bia say obi call your attention. Now the embassy bisa say you use material. And you would the individual now call fight dealing with issues. And now the copyright section and so moon say we be saying this. But
what's loud and clear? Is it the mother, parents, body, or the individual right?
Because if there is individual is the one supposed to fight, that doesn't mean obiji wadia no report to mother we no mother natural and now who individually as secretary obi you tuntum without your right with me kono ho na
well he's the expert but me so far the ones that individuals have fought have been more successful than the group fight, you know.
Okay,
General, what's the question?
The monitoring team, no,
which we are still a member.
Yes,
still a member.
Yeah, can by the law take effect, make an arrest. They say based on the Berne Convention, say obi works Togolese be an American and BB works be a you hansi you know yetimi take a Berne Convention and so now ye they make arrest on behalf of the owner. See anya cry is even against the law on us.
Okay.
And you the owner no so to me who so also to me unsu to me a report. Now you make arrest. If you need the support of the office, you get. And I can tell you, say there are a lot of cases a copyright officer Emma public. That one I can assure you.
We can also assure you there are a lot of more cases of copyright infringement. Because we are public.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Halifax, me shasi no. Me can me know ya drain ya consensus ni. We also have the same consent.
So tax us, what is the way forward? That was my next question.
The way forward is until the copyright office stop using our 10% to pay their light bills and buying 6% to pay their light bills and buy a friend toner for their offices no, and give them money for the purpose for which it is yebenya challenge. Because sometimes no, if there's no money, what can you do to fight? You are going for police for no so form at least almost ration kakradi so more transport so organize it. If there's no money, how can you move? That is why the successful operation was the one funded by the 3 CMOs who together put up their money and decided to give it to us to go and work.
So it means that you people can do something.
Oh yes,
but you are waiting for the money.
That's all. We are eager. Sometimes in our last meeting was with the Solicitor General. Our last meeting was about a month ago, complaining. We went there and we put our grievances before them. Said, look, we have been put together to work. And over the years we've been frustrated because that is the money so eba because ebia abansi kamae almost a ban almost use the IE almost official light bill ne niema and yes on the sumu almost nitona. Yes,
eventually allocation budgets bar. Do they refund to you?
No. They also have other programs they use the money for,
no,
even without.
Say they develop other programs.
Yes.
Capacity building there. General, I need some education. Is he a statutory mandated body?
Yes, it's in the law.
So you can't form another one?
No.
Then that is the problem.
And you're the corporate office now.
That is a problem. Say statutory mandated body.
Yeah.
So we can't come together and say that the three of us we are right owners.
No,
we don't want to
no,
work.
but the CMOs no. Our power to make your friend is saying arrest. The CMOs can also, just like every citizen has the right to, you can arrest somebody.
Well, then so far I think Gamro has been quite effective because I know Rex Omer's Gamro was in court with many companies.
ASOC a lot of
leadership court. What
are
you talking about?
Information. Don't argue information.
I am not arguing.
But you are arguing.
That's
I'm
what?
telling you, say ASOC.
Wait, what is my argument?
See. Gamro, a pen court.
Minkasa, I say he has done well in that.
Okay.
And I will see ASOC also. And I say about most of the time, court about leadership.
And it's not about leadership.
ASOC
copyright.
Yeah.
So should we start to Google?
Google.
Copyright.
Google. ASOC has been in court with a lot of hotels.
Have you gone to court over leadership ASOC matters?
Yes.
How many times?
Once.
Pay.
Yeah, we have only one issue. That is the Coco and Co versus your friend is saying. Akwawe Kofi Owusu. That's all. And no much trims are over the years. But there are other cases I think.
Who is the ASOC leader now?
Zach this is Zach Bintum. Is it Zach Bintum?
It's a stress ASOC problem BA.
Who is
the signatory to their accounts?
The new committee.
Are you not a part of ASOC?
I'm part of, but I'm not part of the your friend is saying the new board.
It's a would you will seek a bay and a
Yes. Yeah.
12 about
in the cases need a baby court, but
if you are saying that Gamro, one of the wings that handles music as an sound, audio, they are prosecuting their cases. ASOC, you and visual, maybe even audio visual. You are visual. Prosecuting your cases. What about Copy Ghana?
They also have their cases.
Then you don't have anything to complain about then.
Say the monitoring team. No.
Why? And then what's your problem?
No, monitoring team.
No.
No, monitoring. This I say monitoring team. Ne juma ne saying.
Well, obi ye mamu. Until we see problem be anyhow.
Yeah, na see but see yeah sorry.
The crack say. Omu use mu works omuntia.
Yes.
And also ye mamu omu the TV stations no court. Kama Gamro di.
Omu di omu court for the infringement. But no.
After the infringement, does the money come to the right owners for settlement?
Yes.
Then the CMT, I mean, why was
but we
use?
monitor. We in the police ni in the open so just a police.
TV3 for whom will work on. CMT netting wadring also.
The me yeah.
Exactly. So you're the CMT. Basically, what I mean is that we can do without you.
Corporate office.
But who said that in here, sir? If the three organizations on their own can fight against piracy and copyright works or be user, then so far they've been more effective than your CMT.
Fighting or more fighting.
Yes.
They are fighting in anger. Say, but
they are fighting, and you are not fighting
because a Juma no. Who can
it's would the two committees so.
Ali.
Sana no court NFA committee so we say why is that they only add you to the committees that your money gets frustrated somewhere?
Ali
General.
Ebi amena menya
so for your voice is not going low. Stop this. Real time. And then now with the DBA committees who pen us a number.
Yes.
Zafo, when was the committee formed?
Oh, it has been there since the
since the days of has the committee ever clamped down?
Oh yes.
Ever.
Yes,
see December mo ye back on Christmas Day.
We've been doing it.
Clamping down.
Yeah.
And winning
But-
a court case.
Yes.
Clamping down. No,
Oh, Ali, and some then I make
do you
say
close down
the
the
successful
TV?
ones are more public.
The
successful ones are more public.
Okay.
Yes.
Socrates Safwa still on can same UA. Mefa
Asem ben
project
biom
we.
na. Asem ben biom na men kan wie. Ma kan wie.
Socrates Safwa still on can same UA. The NT at 6% when bar CM to 4 no ho.
Oh, okay.
Omun to mean jinso. Because omun nim kwan so omun di beji. Any nene benete akwa mbeme ko penye wana sorry. Word soul. Any counselor Lutrots. Oya reverend. Me sure say sign obeko sorry. Ton ginger honey chips. Honey, yeah, honey. Almost my member H no. Ginger honey chips. No more boy energy medie. DJ Bosco, Adele the Virgin Lady. Now I'm a producer. Yanko Peace 104.3 for the midday news. Made in the Halifax Ansah-Addo.